want to have 2 more fights this year. Then after that, take off a little bit of time, maybe have a kid or something, and then come back and fight some more.
Remy Ma is still out here tossing major shade at Claressa Shields, and people can't stop buzzing. The question on everyone's lips, is Remy just bitter, or is there some real truth behind all this smoke? A word on the block is that Claressa might be trying to lock Papoose down with a baby. Yep, the streets are whispering that she's pulling the ultimate move to keep him around. And when you line up the facts, it kinda adds up. Claressa and Pap can't even tie the knot right now because Remy ain't letting go. She made it crystal clear that she's not signing off on those divorce papers. Plus, if she officially cuts him loose, there's a fat alimony bill waiting on the other side. And Remy ain't trying to take that L. So now people are askin, is Claressa trying to secure her spot in Pap's life by getting pregnant? Some reports are already hinting that she might be expecting. And just when it felt like things couldn't get any more chaotic, boom, Remy's out here pulling the curtain back and putting all this mess on full display. This saga is moving fast. Claressa and Pap been popping up everywhere together. At events, working as a team, even stacking deals like they're the new power couple. And now Claressa's been hinting she's stepping back from boxing to focus on other things. I wonder what those things might be. So what exactly are these other things Claressa's focusing on? Cause judging by how she's been moving, folks are convinced she's already pregnant. And let's keep it real for a sec. If that's the case, Remy might have seriously fumbled the whole bag when it comes to Pap. While she's out here halfway in, halfway out of this situationship, Pap and Claressa are full speed ahead, living it up like nothing can touch them. Now remember back in December when Remy went full blast mode? She straight up leaked private DMs between Pap and Claressa. Yeah, she thought dropping those receipts would blow up their whole vibe, but instead it backfired big time. That drama actually boosted them. Pap had been keeping things quiet, but once Remy aired it all out, people started rooting for him and Claressa even harder. On the flip side, Claressa was panicking. She had a whole movie deal in the works, brand sponsorships lined up, and her PR team was stressing like, this drama is messing up your image. But guess what? The public wasn't fazed one bit. They had her back and Pap's too. Folks were like, finally. Pap done woke up and moved on from Remy and traded up. Now that's a plot twist nobody saw coming. Remy Ma really thought she was putting them on blast, but let's be real, she only played herself. Pap's already on the move, and honestly, this glow-up suits him. Remy didn't see none of this coming. She was ready to shake the table, but ended up getting a hard reality check instead. Since then, crickets. No shady posts on Instagram, no sneaky jabs in her lyrics, not even a whisper. Meanwhile, Claressa and Pap? They're out here thriving like nothing ever happened. At this point, they don't even care who's watching. They're out in the open, looking like a full-blown power couple. They've been stepping out together heavy, rocking those bold outfits and giving big energy in their matching boots and jackets. They even jetted off to Hawaii for a Valentine's Day getaway, and the pics? Looking like couple goals for real. Matching fits, courtside seats at the Knicks game, they're living like VIPs with no shame in sight. And don't forget the moment Pap showed up to support Claressa at her fight against Danielle Perkins, wrapping her entrance like she was starring in a whole sports movie. The spotlight was on her, and Pap was right there hyping her up like her #1 fan. Remy really tried to break him, but they just leveled up instead. Oh, and yeah, they're definitely not hiding their love anymore. Claressa straight up posted a whole video of her and Pap dancing, playing games, and just vibing together like they don't have a care in the world. And let's talk about that glow. You can see it all over Claressa. She looks stress-free, happy, and completely unbothered. That kind of peace, it shows. She's clearly in her soft era and loving every second of it. And just in case folks thought she wasn't clocking what's being said online, she made it clear. Claressa confirmed that she and Pap are locked in. She even reposted fans showing her love and dropped, "Pap is cool as F." That's right, she said what she said. Right now, public opinion is definitely on their side. People are rooting for them hard, while on the flip side, Remy Ma's out here looking real thirsty and low-key desperate. And this next part? Kinda rough. The word in the streets is that Remy actually tried to reach back out to Pap, hoping they could work things out and rebuild the family. But by then, it might have been way too late. The tables turned, and not in her favor. But Pap? He shut all that down quick. Just imagine standing by a woman for 6 years while she's behind bars, staying loyal, riding for her the whole way through, only for her to come out and turn around like nothing happened, getting caught up with Easy the block captain and pretending like she did no wrong. Nah, Pap wasn't having it. He said no thanks, and he's staying right where he's at, with Claressa. And honestly, who could blame him? But here's the real jaw-dropper. Remy knows she messed up. She fumbled Pap's bag bad, and now she's watching the whole thing slip through her fingers. Let's just call it what it is. Pap's the blueprint for a real one. He stayed faithful, never embarrassed her, supported her through everything, and was all about keeping their family solid. But instead of valuing that, Remy got too cocky, played herself, and went chasing something that couldn't compare. And now, she's on the outside looking in, while Pap is living good with a woman who actually sees his worth and treats him like the king he is. Claressa isn't hiding her feelings at all. She's in love, and she wants the world to know it. She's showing up, showing out, and showing Pap the kind of loyalty he always gave. And now he's finally getting it back. During a recent live stream, Claressa couldn't stop glowing as she gushed about Pap. She said they deserve each other and called him the best man she's ever been with. Period. She went in, talking about how he really gets her, how they have deep convos every single day, and how he's just the kindest, most genuine guy she's known. In her own words, he deserves the best, and I am the best. Phew. Now that's how you brag on your man. No holding back. But she wasn't done yet. Claressa pulled up on the Tamron Hall show still singing the same tune. She said being with Pap feels like a dream, that he's secure, supportive, and giving her that ride-or-die kind of love right now, and sis is eating it all up. And just when we thought she had said it all, boom, she kept going. She told Tamron, the way Pap speaks, he's just so real. He's humble, respectful, and smart as ever. And of course, she had to give him his flowers. We all know he can rap, and he can really rap, but above all, he's just super supportive. Then she hit us with a line that sealed it. As a strong woman with a gift and a powerful jab, I need someone like that by my side. Now that's a flex and a love story. She said it loud and clear. I need a man who can handle all that and not be intimidated by my success. And guess what? Pap is that man. The shade in that statement? Heavy. Because everybody already knows Pap was ride or die for Remy for years, and she took him for granted like it was nothing. But now, he's finally getting the respect, love, and appreciation he always deserved, and Claressa's making sure he knows it. And let's be real, she's not letting him go. But here's where it gets real interesting. This ain't just some fast fling or attention grab. Claressa and Pap are clearly locked in, and they're treating this like grown folks' business. They're building something solid, and it's written all over the way they move. Now Claressa just dropped a big one. She's taking a break from boxing after just 2 more fights to focus on other things. And now the streets are buzzing with theories. A lot of folks think she might already be expecting. Like, think about it. Why else would she step away from her career right when she's on top? It's not just a random break. Something's definitely going on behind the scenes, and the timing's got everybody watching real close. Claressa's been running the boxing world, straight domination. She's on top of her game, collecting wins and respect across the board. So now that she's suddenly saying she's hitting pause, people are side-eyeing it hard. Like, girl, you sure this isn't something deeper? 'Cause this is sounding real baby on board to a lot of folks. And here's the wild part. This ain't even the first time pregnancy rumors have followed Claressa around. Enter Jada Davis, the same woman linked to boxer Tony Harrison and a former trainer tied to Claressa. Out of nowhere, she pulled up with a bombshell and dropped it straight into the internet's lap. Jada claims Claressa was actually pregnant during her 2023 rematch against Hannah Gabriels. Yes, the same fight where Claressa went beast mode and walked away with a unanimous win. After that claim hit the net, everybody froze like, wait, what? Then Jada doubled down in a video and didn't hold back at all. Her exact words? She fought Hannah Gabriel's while pregnant and didn't tell nobody. Boom. Social media exploded. Fans, critics, and insiders started weighing in fast, some calling it pure gossip, others seriously wondering if there's any truth to it. The whole situation has people split. Is Jada chasing clout, or is she spilling something Claressa didn't want out yet? Either way, the internet is locked in and eyes are all on Claressa now. Honestly, it might actually make sense. If Claressa and Pap can't get married because Remy's still stalling on those divorce papers, then what's the next best move? A baby. And that's what people are whispering about right now. Some are saying it's lonely at the top, but wow, this is next level lonely for Remy. Because if Claressa is expecting, that might just seal the deal, and Remy knows it. She's out here looking lost, like she never thought Pap would really move on for good. But now, everything she thought she had control over is slipping right out of her hands. She had a man who stood by her no matter what, and instead of holding that down, she fumbled hard. Now Pap is shining, living good, and building something real with Claressa, and if a baby's on the way, game over. Now the big question is, how long before Remy starts acting out? 'Cause let's be real, she's not the type to go out quiet. And when someone starts feeling that pressure, especially watching the man they once had built a future with someone else, things can get unpredictable. People still remember Remy's past, and the internet's already speculating. If she starts feeling cornered or bitter, who knows what she might do next? Let's just hope she keeps it cool, because the last thing anyone wants is this love triangle turning into a whole new level of chaos. Let's not forget, there was all that talk about a boxing match between Claressa and Remy that never actually happened. Claressa was out here talking big, saying she'd love to square up with Remy, and folks were ready for that smoke. Everyone was hyped, waiting on the showdown. But of course, it never went down. And now that Claressa's got Pap locked in, yeah, it wouldn't be shocking if Remy starts cooking up something messy behind the scenes. She might not have stepped in the ring, but this off-the-ring tension? It's getting real. Now here's the twist. Even 50 Cent jumped in. Yup, 50 actually warned Claressa to be careful dealing with Remy. And let's be real, 50 doesn't just chime in for no reason. If he's speaking on it, that means he sees something brewing. He told Claressa to watch her back, and that alone says a lot. 'Cause this beef could go way past petty online shade. If Remy really starts feeling cornered, things could shift into real-life territory fast. And let's take a step back. People who know Remy's past already caught on. The word on the street is she's always had tension with women who had kids with Pap before she came into the picture. That might be why those past relationships were always kept hush-hush. It's giving keep it quiet to dodge the drama vibes, and now it looks like that same energy is circling right back with Claressa. This story's far from over. When you really think about it, we've seen plenty of rappers and celebs openly co-parent, even spotlight their blended families. But when it comes to Pap's other kids, before the daughter he had with Remy, it's been dead silent. And now, with all this heat surrounding Claressa and Pap, people are finally starting to connect the dots. Like, did Remy make things hard for the women Pap had kids with before her? Most folks only know about the daughter Pap and Remy share. She's the one that's been in the public eye. But truth is, Pap already had a whole crew of kids before that. Let's break it down. Dejanay Mackey, born November 1997, that's Pap's daughter with his ex, Yvette Lashley. Jamal Mackey, born April 1999, another one of Pap's sons. Shamil Mackey, also Pap and Yvette's child. And then there's Destiny, born September 2000, from a different relationship altogether. And yet, barely anyone's heard their names mentioned in the spotlight. That's raising eyebrows. With all the attention now on Claressa and this possible new chapter, folks are starting to ask the hard questions. Like, was Remy keeping things low-key to keep control? Because the silence around Pap's other children is loud. And this new situation might just be exposing what's been going on in the background all along. Now here's where it starts to get real messy. Even though Papoose had his kids long before Remy came into the picture, word on the street is she wasn't exactly thrilled about them. Folks say she wasn't out here playing the loving stepmom role. In fact, it's rumored she was throwing shade behind closed doors and keeping her distance from Pap's other children. And while Remy's been quick to throw shade at other women connected to Pap's past, her own house hasn't exactly been drama-free either. Let's not forget, her son is currently facing serious charges tied to a shooting incident. And as the streets like to say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So while Remy's allegedly out here beefing with Pap's exes or feeling some type of way about Claressa, she might need to turn that energy back toward her own situation. Looking at everything going down, it starts to make sense why Remy's been so protective and territorial when it comes to Pap. She's not just holding on to a relationship, she's trying to keep full control over anything that could shift the spotlight or the balance of power. And let's be real, another baby in the picture? That changes everything. Time, attention, love, and legacy, it all starts to shift. And Remy? She's not trying to share any of that. Especially not with Claressa, who's out here giving Pap everything he's ever wanted, including peace, public love, and maybe even a new chapter. Let's not forget, there's been talk for years that Remy's had tension with Pap's other baby mamas. So this isn't just about Claressa, it's a pattern. People are saying Remy's always made sure no one gets too close to her man, or even her ex-man. And now that Claressa might be pregnant, you already know Remy's not sitting with that quietly. She's human, and this situation has to be eating at her. Claressa really is expecting, it changes everything. Remember, Remy still won't sign those divorce papers, which means Claressa can't marry Pap legally. So what's the next best move? A baby. That would lock things in real tight, and people are saying this might just be part of Claressa's whole plan. Think about it, if the ring's off the table, then the baby becomes the bond. No matter what happens between them down the line, that child would keep Claressa and Pap connected forever. That's not just love, that's strategy. But here's the twist, Remy doesn't believe it. Sources say she thinks Claressa's pregnancy rumors are all cap. That it's just a ploy to keep Pap close, especially now that he's gone public with their relationship. And the timing? Super suspicious. Claressa's been dropping hints about stepping away from boxing, saying she's only got 2 fights left before retirement. So Remy's side is questioning everything. Is this really about new goals, or is it all just a setup to lock Pap in before he slips too far away? Either way, the pressure is on and eyes are watching every move. And let's be real, once a fighter retires, they're home way more. That means Pap would be spending even more time with Claressa, and from Remy's point of view, that probably looks real calculated. Whether the pregnancy rumors are true or not, the setup is starting to look strategic. One thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. This drama is just heating up. So now we gotta ask, is Remy picking up on something real? Or is she just getting territorial now that she's watching Pap give everything to another woman? Is Claressa truly trying to baby trap him? Or is the internet blowing things out of proportion? And the biggest question of them all, if Remy still refuses to sign those divorce papers, is that her way of quietly holding on to Pap, even though he's already moved on? The streets are talking, but the truth? That part's still unfolding. So what do you think? Is Remy just not ready to let go, or is she seeing through a game the rest of us missed? Is Claressa really about love or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get into it. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another sip of this tea, because trust, we're just getting started and it's only getting messier from here.